What was your part in the business?
I was involved mainly in the sales operation of the company. In the south, I was involved in driving around, going into cafes and restaurants and asking them if they would have our machines. Once I'd got a placement for a machine, then it would be delivered by maintenance engineers and supported from then onwards. I had nothing more to do with the location. No violence or anything like that ever came into our business. It was purely putting machines into locations and collecting the money from them, which was greatly rewarding. The accountant suggested to my brother that the time had come when we should think of going public. The amount of money involved in this would be about £8 million. It would have meant that on going public on the stock exchange, if all the shares had been purchased, my brother would have had £4 million in cash. Myself, Angus, and his brother would have shared the other £4 million equally. So if Angus wasn't murdered, I would have been a millionaire. My brother would have been a quadruple millionaire. When they charged me, they asked you for any comments, and I don't, well, if you can imagine being in such a position, I just couldn't speak. And I couldn't speak for several days. I was in a state of shock. When I come out of that shock, it was so ludicrous and ridiculous, I thought, well, yeah, I thought it was a nightmare. I thought any minute I was going to wake up and find myself still in bed.
What was your attitude through the trial?
Well, I wasn't bothered. I was very complacent. I thought, well, I knew I hadn't committed a crime, and therefore I thought, well, get on with it. There's no evidence. If it was something else that I know I'd been involved with, I would have pulled every stop out to make sure that I plugged the holes up. But I wasn't even bothered.
Stafford and Lovaglio had spent 12 years in prison to consider the background of the case and the way their lives crossed and changed course so dramatically.